Soft, melancholic piano music begins, reminiscent of a faded photograph. A gentle, slightly accented voice begins, as if recalling a dream. Oh, darling, do you ever find yourself expecting, not just hoping, but fully, irrevocably expecting a certain caliber of experience? I do, always. It is a perfectly reasonable affliction, isn't it? Especially when establishments brazenly declare themselves 5-star. Like a shimmering promise, you see. A contract almost, and when that promise fractures, well, it is simply devastating. It began with a yearning, a rather frivolous desire, truly. Amsterdam, a city brimming with stories, canals reflecting centuries of whispered secrets. And I, naturally, required a setting commensurate with my sensibilities. Tivoli Doelen Amsterdam. The photographs, you understand. The glossy photographs. They painted a picture of tranquil elegance. A haven, a sanctuary. A subtle shift in the music, a touch more dissonant. First impressions, darling, are everything. That is a psychological truth, you know, encoding initial stimuli so deeply within the neural pathways. And the first impression at Tivoli Doelen was an utter debacle. A locked door, can you fathom? It is not merely the inconvenience, the momentary disruption of plans, it's the symbolism, don't you think? A clear statement we are not readily accessible to those who desire entrance. It felt like a judgment, a gatekeeping of joy. Finally, a gentleman and gentleman feels a rather generous descriptor in retrospect deign to unlock the portal. He was tall, immensely tall, and utterly devoid of any discernible warmth, like a marble statue pretending to be a receptionist. No greeting, no acknowledgement, just staring, an unwavering, vaguely disapproving stare. Imagine, darling, standing there, feeling your carefully curated composure begin to crumble under the weight of such blatant disregard. My mother, bless her soul, she is a woman of exquisite sensitivity, doesn't speak a word of English, but even she perceived the antipathy. She later conveyed, through a series of expressive gestures and concerned glances, that his very posture radiated disdain. And it became a pattern, didn't it? This icy silence, this deliberate withholding of basic human courtesy. It is a power dynamic, you see, a subtle flexing of control. To make someone feel small, insignificant, it is cruel. Plainly and simply. The music subtly darkens, incorporating cello. Then, the stairs, a seemingly minor detail perhaps to some. But my mother, you see, possesses a certain delicacy of frame. Age has a way of making one's bones more fragile, doesn't it? And no assistance. No offer of a helping hand with the luggage. He simply observed our struggle, from his comfortable seated position. It's not merely about physical assistance, it is about empathy. The failure to anticipate a need, to extend a gesture of kindness. It is a reflection of character, darling, a horrifying lack thereof. I immediately began drafting the internal obituary for this trip. The vibes were off, to put it delicately. The following day, a repeat performance. The same glacial gaze, the same pursed lips. A female colleague joined the chorus of disapproval, radiating an equally formidable sternness. It was oppressive, like being silently reprimanded for simply existing. The only respite was Morris, the doorman, a beacon of decency in a sea of apathy. He engaged in conversation, offered assistance with the luggage, finally, radiating the simple grace it should be and acting as if we are you clients. A singular act of kindness that felt almost shockingly out of place. A sigh, barely audible. The room itself? Oh, the room, the view admittedly was passable. A glimpse of the canal, a sliver of Amsterdam's picturesque charm. But the tranquility was illusory. Conversations from the street drifted in, a cacophony of mundane chatter shattering the delicate illusion of peace. And the carpet, oh, the carpet, it ray the stains of countless forgotten sins. A tapestry of regret and neglect. Stains, my dear, are not merely unsightly blemishes. They are a breeding ground for invisible microorganisms and a potent symbol of a lack of care. It is a fundamental failing of hygiene, and hygiene is linked to self-respect. It is disgusting and shows a complete lack of affection for the space, the occupants, and even an average person would be grossed out. And then there was the
reality of businesses near Tivoli Doelen Amsterdam. If you're staying near Tivoli Doelen Amsterdam, prepare yourself because the businesses around here are a masterclass in disappointment. Luxury without service, relaxation without comfort, and dining experiences that feel more like scams than meals. This isn't just bad luck, it's a pattern. And if you don't want to waste your time and money, listen closely. Let's start with shopping. High-end stores near Tivoli Doelen Amsterdam treat customers like nuisances rather than guests. At the Bijenkorf, a luxury department store, the staff seem allergic to basic courtesy. One visitor holding a newborn waited an hour in an empty store while employees pretended she didn't exist. Another was told to leave a seating area because she didn't look like a real client. And if you think you're safe buying something, think again. Expired skincare, counterfeit products, and refund policies that vanish the moment you pay. This is what passes for luxury here. Then there's relaxation, or what should be relaxation. Akasha Spa, attached to a 5-star hotel, is where stress goes to multiply. Couples paying €400 for masseurs get therapists who tap on their backs like bored woodpeckers. Facials involve being abandoned mid-treatment while staff chat loudly. And if you dare to complain, the manager will gaslight you into thinking no one else has ever had a problem, despite the mountain of identical reviews. Oh, and let's not forget the time a guest was robbed blind in the locker room, only for management to offer hush money instead of accountability. Hungry? Bad idea. Restaurants here specialize in hostility and deception. Dabka, a Lebanese spot, turns dining into a psychological experiment. How much abuse will tourists tolerate? Free tables magically become reserved when you ask to sit. Bills inflate like balloons, order one dessert, get charged for two. And if you arrive even a minute before closing, the staff will stare at you like you've asked them to solve quantum physics, craving something trendy. Scene to a theatre serves Instagram-worthy dishes with the flavour of regret. Their famed avocado toast is supermarket guacamole slapped on bread. Lobster rolls contain more filler than seafood. And if you're poisoned by undercooked mushrooms, yes, it happened, don't expect sympathy, just a medical bill and a shrug. Nightlife. AIR Amsterdam is where fun goes to die. Pay €20 to enter, another €2 to pee, and watch security mock you while they ignore medical emergencies. VIP treatment means standing in the rain while regular guests waltz past. And if you dare question anything, prepare for aggression, because nothing says good vibes like a bouncer blocking the exit to scream at you. Even sleep is a gamble. BB Hutspot offers rooms with mouldy walls, stained sheets, and breakfast served in a hallway. One guest found a previous visitor's belt tangled in their bedding. Another had their paid reservation given away without warning. If you enjoy surprises like, will I sleep or contract pneumonia, this is your spot. And finally, Shiraz Jardin des Vins, where wine comes with a side of contempt. Sit at a table alone. The owner will interrogate you like you're trespassing. Order food. The kitchen closes exactly at 10 p.m., even if you're mid-bite. And if you're overcharged, which happens often, good luck getting a reply to your emails. So what's the verdict? Businesses near Tivoli Doelen Amsterdam are a carnival of mediocrity, overpriced, understaffed, and dripping with indifference. Whether it's a luxury store, a spa, or a restaurant, the theme is the same: you are not welcome here unless you're willing to pay for disappointment. If you must stay in this area, keep your expectations subterranean, or better yet, walk a little further. Your wallet and sanity will thank you.
Oh my god, I've been looking into crimes near Tivoli Doelen Amsterdam, and it's so crazy what's going on there. I mean, you'd think it's all touristy and safe, but nope. There are so many scams and frauds happening in those brick and mortar stores. Business owners near Tivoli Doelen Amsterdam are super clever and sneaky, they'll do anything to get your money. There was this one case where 2 men posed as police detectives and targeted shopkeepers. Can you believe it? They'd call them up saying they're investigating fraud and then ask for money or sensitive info. I mean, who does that? And the worst part is they almost got away with it. But luckily, some shopkeepers got suspicious and contacted the real police, and those scammers got caught. I bet those shopkeepers were so relieved when the police showed up, oh, thank God, I almost fell for that. And I'm sure they were super careful after that, But those scammers, they're like, oh no, we got caught, what do we do now? And then they're stuck in jail thinking about how they got caught, and it's just so karma, And then there was this other case where this old couple created a false invoice factory to scam clothing stores. How do you even come up with that? They created all these fake companies to generate fraudulent VAT invoices so the stores could avoid paying taxes and buy clothes super cheap. I mean, it's like, how could you do that to people? And they got away with it for so long, like 6 years. But finally, they got caught and now they're in trouble. I bet those store owners who got scammed were like, wait, what? I thought I was saving money. And then they're stuck dealing with the police and trying to figure out how to pay their taxes, and it's just like such a mess. And those scammers, they're like, oh no, we got caught and now we have to go to jail and pay back all that money. It's just like so not worth it, you know.